Hey everyone, it's Major Reaction coming at you with my latest episode of Toy Talk Timeout. Today we'll be looking at some Star Wars pickups I got in. And some displays I've been doing with this Mezco Batman. Right here I'm using my diorama from Steve McComb, also known as Paint Samurai Customs. I got my Mezco bats hanging off the edge right here. Joker looking down at him, pointing a gun at him. So I've been working with the lighting and stuff, trying to get it looking clear and crisp. I had to throw up a second black backdrop to cover everything a little better. Might need to pull it down a little more so it's a little more flush with the edge. But right here it looks like a good shot. Just kind of zoom in, crop out the wall back there. So it looks pretty cool, but wish I had a different version of the Joker for this particular scene. But that's the only Joker I have. I was thinking about swapping out Bat's face for the grunting face, but you don't really see it anyways because you can't look up enough. I might try to work on the posing a little more to make his back and his chest puffed out a little more. Maybe that'll give him a better range of motion with his head, so we'll see. Alright, so up next we got some Star Wars pickups that I'll show you guys, and some other stuff that I got in. So here what we have is a lot of Black Series pickup. I got Jabba the Hutt there on the left. I bought these all on May the 4th because they're having the big Star Wars sale that day. So as you can see, that's how far behind I am with all the stuff I have. There's just so much stuff that I'm just now getting to this stuff. So we got Jabba the Hutt right there. He's normally a $40 figure. I think I got him for like $13 or $14. So killer deal on him. Picked up 3 of the Sand Troopers and 2 of the Clone Troopers, and those are both about like 13 or 14 each. All of those were like 13 or 14 a piece, so a really good deal considering I normally pay about $20 to $24 for them. So really happy with those. I got this Android 16 figure off of Amazon for less than retail, so I was quite happy about that. And then my last thing, and all these came off of Amazon too, I think, for their May the 4th sale. And last thing I want to show you is some new Minimates I got in. So I bought the all the different packs with the new X-Men, or with the classic X-Men and the Brotherhood of Mutants. Now these ones are through Psylocke's head on an Electro body to give me like a extra body for my Psylocke, since they all come with extra heads and stuff. You have more heads than you do bodies, so I had to make a couple of my own little. So here's Jubilee, Forge. They give you a head to make a Wolverine and some hands. Right here we got Pyro, and then Banshee's in there. They give you heads to make Gambit, Wolverine, Forge, Jubilee, Storm, Psylocke, and then they give you alternate like little costumes for Avalanche and a few of the Brotherhood. So pretty cool, really cool pickups. Here's my little kit bashed Gambit. I really like how he turned out. So that's my haul for this last couple months. Now we'll go ahead and look at some ACBA displays. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish up most of my painting on this 1 1/18 scale diorama I've been working on for my Acid Rain, G.I. Joe, and Marvel Universe figures. What we'll be painting today, let me move some of my stuff out of the way. I normally would probably do this in my little work area, but my girlfriend has company over, so I'm going to go ahead and be recording in my room. So I threw a drop cloth over my bed, make sure I don't get no paint on it. I went and picked up a nice wide brush from the dollar store. This is a 3-inch brush, so it should be able to pretty much just paint over everything in a few swipes. So that should give me more time for allowing the paint to dry and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up this little clear thing I have with my paint. I'm using Craft Smart, just a really cheap black paint. And this is the cheapest stuff I could find, so I just bought this. I have some latex paint too, but I want to try out the acrylic on this one. I've done the latex in the past, and it seemed to have, I mean, maybe because I didn't seal it, but it seemed to have problems with coming up after the fact. So we're going to go ahead and paint this up and see how this looks. So I'm just going over the whole thing with the black paint. Since I have the drop cloth on my bed, I don't have to worry about getting any kind of splatters or anything on there. So this is the ideal setup for me right now. And I have a comfortable place to do it, so it makes doing it not a pain in the ass. So that's nice. Okay, so within a few seconds of talking to my girlfriend, I've already blacked out this whole piece that I intend to use for the entrance of a building. I got the door cut out, got a window cut out, and I have a door cut up and carved. I need to find it now because it's mysteriously disappeared. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the next piece. Let me move this one out of the way. I'm not really too worried about any of this stuff getting colored because, I mean, eventually, even if the backs of them get colored, I'm not using them for anything right now, so I'm just more concerned about the front of these. So make sure you guys can see this. I'm not turning at you. So the goal here is just to get it all black. This is going to be my base coat of paint, and then over that I'll apply details and whatnot, and dry brushing to the black to make it look more realistic with the different colors I'm going to use. So for this, I'm thinking, since I want it to look more destroyed, I'm going to go for like a distressed kind of building color, probably like a distressed gray. Probably throw in some burn and explosion marks on there. I might do some, I'm not going to probably just go with the kind of like burn marks or something, because I haven't really done any destruction on these buildings. I wanted to use these ones primarily as like kind of background pieces, so that's why I wanted them kind of as whole as possible. I'll just go ahead and apply it to the bottom where I got my brick. So I've done some brickwork on here and the front of the door, so this kind of matches with the front door that I've used. So if I do make another building, I'm going to have to match up the bricks the same way I did with the door, if I intend to use it with this particular piece. So. And the thing with this, since I carved these holes out, I'm going to have to color the carved holes in too for the window slots and stuff. And I'll probably paint up this side of the building black too, because this will be the part that's facing you. Sorry if I have like a little low light going on. I'm trying to give you guys as much of an angle as I can on this. Pull out a little without showing you my messy room. Okay, so we'll just finish up on this one. The main, the most time-consuming part about these, now that I, got this big brush, so it's making quick work of this, but the most time-consuming part is waiting for your base coat to dry and being able to add on another coat. It takes forever sometimes. So I put quite a bit of paint, but I'm spreading it around to try to make it dry a little faster than typical, because I don't want to be waiting forever. And I also have a fan going right now, like blowing at me and at this, because it's 107 degrees out there today, so I'm not trying to sweat too much while doing this. So the fan should be adding to the quick time that I should be getting on the dry. Alright, so here's a look at the setup using the new ACBA stands, flight stands that I got in. I have 3 different sizes of the flight stands being used right here. So this is the tallest one. It starts down on the, going up into the skirt part of the Ninja. This one, these 2 down here. One's holding up Daredevil. The other one's holding up this Ninja. So what I tried doing was cutting the angle to make the Ninja block out the flight stand. Probably in the room, something like that. It's hard to get a good angle because my backdrop doesn't cover enough of it, but I tried moving my diorama a little. Probably going to try a little more with the flight stands, but I really like them. They got a good center of balance, and they're really fun for posing up your figures in some cool flight jumping poses, so looks really cool. Take a couple pictures for you guys and show how it looks. So there's the front window all blacked out. Has some decent detail in there. And here's the other piece. So like I said, I need to get inside of those door jambs and the window areas and stuff, get that nice and blacked out too. Here's the other pieces I've already done. So here's the floor piece. I still need to go through it with the black wash, and that one can actually use a second coat, so I might just do that right now. Here's the balcony piece that I haven't started to paint yet, and here's the little extra pieces that are going to go in front of the balcony. They're going to be like this, blocking off the front of the balcony. And then here's my little destroyed brick wall piece that I'm going to have to paint up some more. Alright, I'll show you guys it when it's all blacked out, ready for the paint wash. Okay, so what happened is after going over it with the various layers of paint, the cracks have kind of been covered through. So what I'm doing is going through them with a toothpick to kind of bring out the cracks in it. So I'm kind of separating any of the paint that might have dried inside of it. I'll kind of show you guys what I mean. See if I can get a good angle with the light. So as you could tell, it's kind of, you can't really tell the outline of it. So what I'm going to do is cut through it and let you guys be able to tell the difference. So now you can clearly see the line once again. So I'm going to do this, go through the whole thing and do that until I have all of it done, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my wash so it penetrates all those cracks. So you can instantly see the difference when I do it. You're able to see down into the crack, and it really brings out the detail. So then I'm going to have to just go through all that with a wash to get it in there deep, and then I'm going to go over the black with my first layer of dry brushing. So I'll show you guys when I got it all. When I start the wash up, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I've created a wash, and I'm going to go over it. I've already filled in all the gaps. As you can see, the wash is very thin.
Yeah, because he made it so runny.
That way you can penetrate all the cracks and crevices and get everything all nice and blacked out. The stuff that I can't reach my brush into.
He put water in it to make it runny.
Yeah. Put a lot of water in the mixture to make sure it's nice and runny.
Yep.
Dripping off the brush as you can see it into the water. That's how you want it, so you could fill in the little extra gaps and spaces. Like that. You want it just to be able to run in there and drip all in there and cover everything all black. So now what I'll do is take the cloth and just wipe it off. Wipe all the excess off. Just going over it with some toilet paper to get all the wash off, and it's just going to be set inside the cracks and crevices. And that's why you want to use a nice thin coat. That way you can rub off all the excess and it still penetrates really nice. As you can see, there's not a spot of pink left, and it's looking great. So next thing I'll show you guys is how to dry brush and really bring out the details in the surface that you've created.
Daddy, there's some